Mighty Mac. This is a story about Mighty Mac, an engine with two faces. Mighty and Mac argued all the time, but one day that they realized that if they didn't listen to each other, they could get into serious trouble. The island of Sodor is a very busy place in the summertime. Holiday makers come from far and wide to sunbathe on the beaches and go for long walks in the beautiful hills. Thomas and his friends are kept very busy taking the holiday makers from the docks to their campsites. Toot toot, whistle the engines as they race along the many tracks that cross the island.
Yep.
Is it?
The engines were so busy. The vacuum controller asked a new engine to come help with the holiday rush. The new engine's job would be to take the holiday makers to the mountain campsite. He had to be a very strong engine because the mountain track was very steep with lots of twists and turns. Thomas was waiting at the transfer yards to welcome the new engines. He whistled a big hello. Hello came the reply from the engine. It was followed very quickly by another hello. Thomas looked from one end of the engine to the other. It had two faces. Thomas had never seen another engine like it. I am Mighty, puffed the boy with the curl on his head. And I'm back, puffed the boy with the freckles. Together we are Mighty Mac, they both puffed at once. Mighty Mac called Mr. Percival, thing controller. You are to take those holiday makers to their mountain campsite. But how will we get to the holiday makers, groaned Mighty. They are on the other side of the yard. There were never so many tracks in the shunting yard we used to work in, Mac. Luckily, Thomas was there to help them. It's simple, he whistled. Look where you want to go, then follow the track that will take you there. Mighty Mac looked at the tracks. Mighty began to chuff carefully in one direction. Mac had other ideas. You're going the wrong way, he puffed. You are trying to pull back along a different track. No, it's this way, chugged Mighty, pushing Mac along another track. Very soon, they were going backwards and forwards along the tracks. They even had a ride on the turntable, but this didn't seem that they were getting any closer to the holiday makers. We're here, Mighty suddenly whistled. Oh, really, chucked Mac. And why are the passengers over there? Mighty Mac looked across the tracks at the holiday makers were still waiting. The holiday makers still waiting on the platform. Mighty Mac certainly wasn't a really useful engine. Now you're late, Mr. Percival, said Mr. Percival angrily. Follow me, Thomas. He showed Mighty Mac how to cross over to the holiday makers. We'll have to work extra hard, chuffed Mighty Mac. We'll have to get to the campsite before it gets dark. Mighty Mac chugged quickly up the mountain track. This way, puffed Mighty when it came to a fork in the track. He began to follow the left track. No, this way, called Mac. But Mighty didn't listen. It's this way, puffed Mac crossly, and pulled and pushed Mighty along another track. Be careful, cried the holiday makers, who were being bumped and bounced inside the carriage. Suddenly, Mighty Mac came to a dead end. Pay attention to where the campsite was. Some rocks have fallen.
What time is it?
Mighty Mac had been too busy arguing to pay attention to where the campsite was. Some rocks had fallen on the track. Mighty Mac couldn't go any further. This isn't our campsite, said the holiday makers. This is your fault, puffed Mac, giving Mighty a shove. No, it's yours, chugged Mighty, shoving back. Little by little, Mighty Mac's shoving and pushing began to nudge the carriage until they were bumping so quickly they knocked the carriage off the rails. We'll never get to the campsite now, grumbled the holiday makers. This is your fault, Mighty told Mac. No, it's your fault, Mac. Sure. Oh no. Oh. 1, 2, 3, push. The holiday makers were working together to get the carriage back on the tracks. Mighty Mac watched them, helping each other. Okay, you lead this time, Mac, said Mighty. Let's go down the tracks so the passengers can couple me up to the carriage. Good idea. Let's work together, puffed Mac. Well done, cheered the holiday makers. When Mighty Mac worked together, they found they could do anything. Mighty could see the flag flying high above the campsite at the bottom of the mountain. Let's go, he whistled. Hold on, said Mac. Which way is it to the campsite? Remember what Tom's told us, puffed Mighty brightly. Look where you want to go, puffed Mac. Then follow the track that will take you there, chuckled Mighty. You know, Mac, wished Mighty, when we pull together and we work together, we can be a really useful engine, whistled Mac, and they set off happily back down the mountain. The end.